Hi, my name is George Carrillo. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm the director of Cataclysm Begins.
And I am Sarah Beam. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the creator, the writer of series Cataclysm Begins.
My favorite dystopian movie or series for individual movie, I would say definitely like V for Vendetta because I feel it's very so close to modern times and stuff we're going through even here in the US presently, even though it's based in the UK. But also, I would say another one, of course, is dystopian, but I'll go more specific into it. I would say is Star Wars, which particularly the animated show Bad Batch, the series Andor and Rogue One, because I feel those you got more of a perspective from the everyman, the everyday people who are more affected living in a dystopian universe and not just lightsabers, magic, and awesome fights. And I felt that was kind of interesting with a lot of similar like things to what we're going through, what other people have gone through. So that's why for dystopian, I would say V for Vendetta and Star Wars, including those works. And in regards to if I have a favorite LGBTQ plus project that stands out for me, I would say Sense8, which is a beautiful sci-fi series that was on Netflix, and I found it very dealt with human connection through multiple ways, and I felt it was a very powerful show that people should definitely check out. It's very underrated.
For me, cliche, but The Hunger Games was one that really got me into dystopian. I think it also was a pathway for a lot of us who love dystopian. LGBTQ, I like Heartstoppers. I think Heartstoppers really perfectly shows coming of age and also normalizing queerness, because a lot of modern shows, it's like if a character is gay or a character is queer, that's all it's about, that's all the person is about. They're so one-sided, and I really like how they humanize, especially when it comes to asexuality and the character. When they discovered it wasn't cliche, it felt natural, the build-up felt, as someone who is ace, it just made a lot of sense.
My story of how I first discovered the project, because Sarah's, of course, the creator. Originally, years ago, we first collabed that I was looking for help for an editor to help me do a project. I was connected with Sarah and we were able to meet up. This was like during COVID, post COVID times. And then I just remember, I think we started collabing a little bit, like hanging a little bit. Then she started mentioning Cataclysm Begins. So when she was hosting her first script reading, she asked if I wanted to be the moderator, which I was super nervous. She also said I asked if I could read one or two minor role, like just like 2, 3 lines, which made me freaking out like, oh my gosh, these are professional actors. I'm gonna mess up with my poor talent. But for me, it was a great experience. I got to meet an amazing cast and everything, some of which became good friends, which I'm grateful for. And then I've been a part of it, like as it's moved on to eventually from the script reading to a proof of concept of the Catalyst, where I took place as production assistant, where I got to see behind the scenes, understand the characters and the world more. And even as the projects evolved, like the scripts were updated, changed, trying to explore, especially with modern day what's going on, and the fact that now I'm get the opportunity to be the director, because since we first met, we've worked on so many crews together, The Catalyst, Entangled, and even 2 films that I was had the privilege to direct, T Day and Wham, which featured 2 of the leads from Cataclysm. I felt I was able to reacquaint myself with the actors, the crew, with Sarah, and now I feel I love the opportunity to work with all of them again, and I'm grateful to be now the director of Cataclysm Begins.
Excited to have you on board. Did that also help with bringing you on is because you already had a relationship with at least the main two. We go to Arya's husband's concerts a lot. We've been to Amir's stuff and they've gone to our stuff, and then now you've directed them. We just did a chemistry read where he got to direct Arya and Amir for the first time in character to see how their chemistry is, and oh my god, I was saying the whole time, let's get on set now. It was so fun watching them work together. I'm so excited. I've never felt this much of like I want to get on set. I want the money to get on set right now. Like I'm really excited. We really have something special.
I can't wait to see where this kind of goes. It's like I go from just being the moderator to PA to now director. Just I'm really excited, and I just can't wait to see. Can't wait for us to keep going.
He only knows what he has to know, but I'm so excited to like tell him because the actors don't know the mystery, but he knows the mystery, and I had to like threaten him today to make sure he doesn't accidentally spoil it for them.
It's all a dream. They all die in the end.
Oh god. Because the actors, especially Arya, really wants to know the mystery element, but it's like it's a mystery. Like season one, like you can't know it yet. That's why we need the funding to make season one, so we can promote it to kind of get funding for season two, so we can know who did the mystery.
On the set of Catalyst, I feel It was a great experience. Up to that point, I had a disability, so I haven't been on sets too often. Luckily, I was able to shoot one short while I was recovering, which was amazing. We shot in my living room.
Beautiful short.
But thank you. It's Cedia, shout out. But for me, to be on Catalyst, it felt nice because this was the most time I've been on a set with an actual huge like cast, crew, amazing location in the school. It felt like the first time in a long while, like even since I think probably my college days when like this other film students tried to set up at different filming locations, that I was able to be there and just to make more connections, to learn. Because I'm the kind of person that even if I'm not directing a project, I would love to be on set at any position I can because I feel there's so much knowledge and a better respect of everyone's position on set that can be learned. Where I'm like, if you need a AD, even if I haven't been AD too much, let me do that. Like, you need an AC, I can do that. Like, and if it's something that I have experience, awesome. If not, like, if it's completely new, like, I'm a fast learner. I adapt, and I feel by doing that, and if more like people in film do that, and film and television, it helps people to better understand how everyone works, like what's the importance of each role. Catalyst was another lesson with that, and I'm glad I was able to learn from the set, make so many amazing connections to ultimately with some cast and crew who end up being on my own projects. Yeah, just it was an amazing experience.
This was definitely a crazy experience because for me, I'd gone, what, 5 years since I started this? So to finally be filming a proof no, 5 years, 4 years because it was 2024. I was supposed to film a proof of concept back in 2020, and thank God I didn't because that script was god awful, and I didn't have the team that I had back in 2024 because 2020, I was fresh out of college in 2019. So I'm very thankful I was forced to wait and build my team properly and get the resources I need. And it was just a crazy experience to actually be on set and see these characters come to life, the characters that have been in my head. And I love our cast. It's crazy because Catalina is the kind of character that she's written in a way people to hate her, but there's more to her character. And Arya is the only one that I had read the script that has successfully made her somewhat likable and had added depth and not just an angry, angsty teenager. And then Amir also has just added something really cool to Xavier. And to seeing them together is really like their chemistry is insane. And because at the time of the proof of concept before then, they'd only met a couple times, and we did the photo shoot back in 2023. And that has been really fun getting to see them. And then Sam was really good, his chemistry with Amir, and he has a background in intimacy coordinating. And so that also helped a lot with the scene between Xavier and Noah. And Christine as had to replace Lennon. Love Christine. I think Christine did really well.
Season one, I would say I'm looking forward to the first day of shooting. I feel, regardless of where we end up shooting or how, I just feel like there's so many. Even for me and Sarah, the first like couple of things when we first like know each other was like her project when she first started sharing it with me. So I've seen so many of these actors, crew members. I've seen so many familiar faces over the years, and I'm glad since then I've been able to collab with some of them on my own projects, their projects. So just the fact that to be full circle, that was the thing that opened the door to meeting so many amazing people, to get to work with them, to now actually work on the original idea that brought some of us together in the first place. Like, I feel that's the thing I can't wait to see. Not to speak for you, but I know it's kind of like almost like a surreal, like a dream come true. And for me, it just I feel that
You're
kind of
not
it
speaking for
feels.
me. That's true. Because it's been so long.
I would say kind of Lennon. Like, I feel like I'm drawn to them because they're, I feel, the closest we have to an everyman, even though I don't mean that term to be like one gender, but just like the everyday person. Because I feel, for me, I love all the characters, like even the twins, Xavier and Catalina. But for me, I think what draws me to Lennon is just a character who's doesn't have the power, or their family has the power influence, so they're just the everyday person trying to figure out what they can do to be seen for who they are, who what they feel, like who they love, and try to speak out for what's right. And I feel Lennon is the character that a lot of people, every character I feel people can see themselves in, but I can see Lennon as just being the character who, despite not having as much money as other, much power or family with power compared to other characters, they still care and they're still able to voice their opinion. And I find that truly brave in our day and age.
I definitely agree in adding the non-binary element to it in a world that's very restrictive when it comes to gender and gender identity. I've sadly have friends who are non-binary or trans, and because of the culture they grew up in, the religion they grew up in, they have to hide and they have to
Mm.
present as what they don't want to be to still be accepted by their family and by their culture. And so Lennon was definitely inspired by a lot of people that I know. I have the entire series. It's 4 seasons. I have everything. So my favorite character would
Or at least favorite character of season one.
Oh, because I haven't touched season 1 in a while because 'cause I've been so busy trying to get season 4 treatment done for the Bible. I was gonna say Catalina because she's based off a big thing is mental health and depression, and Catalina is inspired by a lot of what I go through as someone who's diagnosed with really severe depression and just trying to navigate life. But I agree with Lennon. Like Lennon is an outside perspective that the twins don't get. Without Lennon, there is no story. Catalina wouldn't be who she is without Lennon. Catalina, but I'm biased because I'm the writer, and so each character has a piece of me in some way. But Catalina definitely mental health wise is definitely inspired by my journey with mental health.
I would say I would still go for Lennon because I just feel like just a character that's trying to find their way in the world, whether they're doing something directly or indirectly, just trying to figure out who they are, at the same time trying to not let differences divide, even if there's some people that give them shit throughout the series. Lennon is the everyday person. You just see how they're able to get through situations, different characters, different living situations, different sexualities, different monetary situations. And I feel like despite all the differences, I feel every character you can see a part of yourself in, but I would say at the moment, or at least I don't know, maybe we'll see if something changes with season 2 or season 3, like fingers crossed.
I haven't showed him anything. He only knows what he has to know.
Yeah. So like, but for now, at least for from season 1, I feel Lennon, I would say, is the one I feel the most I can relate to.
You also have Catalina's compassion
Thank
and
you.
love for her family, and so I can definitely see that part of Catalina, their love and compassion. Patience, because like I said I've been working on this since 2018, and it's been taking a while because we had the pandemic and then the strike and then personal stuff and life and money. The series is going to be kind of expensive. So just patience, especially now with the proof of concept in festivals, because the festival is how another way we're promoting this project and getting this project out there. So the time will come, but it's been a beautiful experience. I met so many awesome people, people that I've become really good friends with, crews that I want to work with more. So it's been really special having those like new connections and people.
Definitely. And for me, what I feel I've learned, like, I would definitely agree with the patience, but also I feel it's a lesson in adaptability as well, because I
Mhm.
feel that's for anyone who's had to shoot film, TV, whatever, or even just like other things, like even theater, whatever art is, how to adapt. Because I feel like always a lot of people see the first version of a plan, and I feel that's a make it or break in all these industries when something doesn't go according to the plan, like whether you're able to figure a way to still make it work. Like if you okay, we need this location for 10 hours, you only have it for 7, or God forbid, like 4. All right, are you gonna like pull completely, or be like, all right, let's see, we could do the 4 hours? I still remember myself. I've had a shoot where I had to throw an entire shot list of a room like out the window because we originally had a bedroom for one of my shorts, a bed center of the room, film all around it. We lost that location and had a bed shoved against the wall with only 2 areas to shoot from. I'm like, wow, so this destroys my shot list, but we still got a location. Let's make it work. And then I feel like this is my first time working on a series. Whatever we're able to do with this, I feel like we're gonna be able to make it work. Like, and we just definitely, for everyone watching, we need your support and to help us bring our dream to life. And I can't wait to see what amazing stories and projects and fun stuff we are able to create with all this.
Oh yeah, I agree with adaptability most definitely because films are not cheap, but you can still do amazing stuff with
You have to sell a
love.
kidney. Sell your kidney. It's funny, out of all these memories, one that sticks with me the most is honestly the original script reading, because
Mm,
I saw
yeah.
so many faces feeling so intimidated that all these people have been working with each other, reading with each other, waiting for this one moment, and I'm just like the person last minute jumping in here. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to ask some questions, read 1 or 2 lines, but I don't know. I just feel like so many of those people now that I felt scared or intimidated have become good friends. People
Yeah.
I've seen perform, even come out to my stuff, whether just to hang out or collab together. Some of them I can even say are definitely good friends, and I'm just like wow, you never know when you meet people like where they're gonna be, where you're all gonna be years from now. So I just feel that's just a moment that'll stay with me where I got to meet so many people that are still in my life now. People I don't want it to be like once like if we ever like get through the whole show and it finishes, like I don't want that to be the end. I still these are people I've grown very fond of that mean a lot to me, and I just want to continue to work and see them and hang out with them for as often as I can. And I feel that's almost any kind of situation with being an artist, being a filmmaker, like that you make so many connections because it's not just a job, it's your passion. It's something that means a lot to everyone who's a part of it, and just the fact that I got to meet so many amazing talented people, like I'm just It's something that stays with me.
I think for me, my favorite was the photo shoot because that was the first time we did pretty much everything through Zoom at that point because we're still in the middle of the pandemic. It was really hard to meet. That photo shoot was the first time that the cast was able to actually meet. We had UPA that he was a trooper because that was the hottest day of the year in history.
It wasn't that bad. I like in the shade.
Well, you were in shade. We were doing the photo shoot at City Hall Park, and it was hot. It was, and I felt bad with the actors. A lot of them were like in pants, but I loved it because we got to meet everyone in person for the first time. My favorite memory was when Amir and Arya met in person for the first time. Amir was going through something, and Arya immediately stepped in like a sister, seeing just the cast how they interacted, and with you meeting, like it was really cool getting to see how everyone got to react to each other, and we really have something special. I think we really do have like a special group of people. But let's next time if we do something, let's make sure it's not on the hottest day of the year, please. Because that was bad. What was funny though was City Hall Park. It was full circle moment because back in 2018 when I was starting to write this, I have a photo on my phone of City Hall Park because it was part of the inspiration for the twins' home sector. And the fact that we did the photo shoot there was like full circle moment. That was really cool. The photos turned out sick.
They were awesome. I feel like those were the first images putting Cataclysm I associate, and I still do associate with it. And I need lightsabers. Let's do a Star Wars crossover.